A great Tuesday evening to you. I'm CBS 19 Weather Authority meteorologist David Reese with his February 4th, 2020 Central Weather Video. Observed mean sea level pressure in front shows a strong front off to the north of us, and that has quite a bit of cold air associated with it. Now, this front is actually going to head towards the northeast. It's going to set up shop here, and as a result, it's going to push this front down over the top of us. It's called cold air damping, and that's why we're looking at temperatures dropping throughout the entirety of your Wednesday. And oh yeah, there's quite a bit of rain associated with that front. You can see though that pretty much we have that force field going right over the top of us, drier air here in place, and that's going to keep us relatively rain-free up until about midnight or so, when we start to see that atmosphere moisten up just enough to allow some of this rain. You have that batch of rain there, and then you have more rain and snow developing back here, and all of this is thanks in part to a massive dip in the jet stream here. That's going to take its sweet old time to roll our direction. But I talked about temperatures dropping throughout much of your Wednesday. Well, here it is. Look at this area of high pressure pretty much right over the top of southern Minnesota. Notice that's going to be sliding over into the northeast, and that's why temperatures here locally, so here we are tomorrow evening around 6 o'clock. There's the area of high pressure. You have that wind coming down around it like that, and that's why temperatures here locally will be cooling throughout the day. Let's just go ahead and show you that, hey, 50s, 40s as we head out the door tomorrow morning, and then in the hearts of tomorrow afternoon, 30s and 40s across the board. 60s, not all that far away, and again, it's all thanks in part to that area of high pressure. Now, we do have an area of low pressure here just to the southeast of Memphis, Tennessee, and that's going to head up our direction. It's going to allow some warmer weather to attempt to head back north, and that's why temperatures are on a little bit of a roller coaster in the next couple of days, and also why we have some really heavy rain in the forecast as well. And here it is on your Futurecast. We're looking at some of the heavier rain arriving as we talk about 5, 6, 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. Cold front sliding through. Tomorrow afternoon, cloudy, drizzly at times, northeasterly breeze keeping us on the cooler side. So there's that northeasterly breeze. There's that front off to the south of us. Wrong direction. There's that front to the south of us. So that's why we're looking on the cooler side tomorrow afternoon and evening. Maybe a spit of freezing drizzle at times, especially for those of us in the Blue Ridge Mountains. But the bigger story is going to be some of the rain early Thursday morning. A little bit of a break as the worst of the rain Thursday afternoon heads to the south of us. But as we get to the end of this particular model run here, there's a lot of heavy rain. Now, a couple of things to note here. How heavy is all of this rain off to the south of it? How strong is it? That will have upstream impacts. What do I mean by that? You can see that there's a little bit of drier weather here in the middle. If there's too much severe activity going on across the southeast, that's going to lead to lower rainfall totals. So that's something we will watch over the next really couple of days to see how all of this evolves out west. First, tomorrow afternoon, while we're dealing with cooling conditions, I'm going to be looking out here and be like, all right, what is going on across parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia? If there's a lot of severe weather and the northern side of the system isn't evolving like it should, then we would likely cut down on rainfall total. So that's something, again, that could impact things. And also, hey, what happens early Thursday morning? Is there still severe weather going on? Are those storms still super strong? And that will impact things downstream, in other words, over the top of us. So I'm just throwing that out there. Hey, that's something I'm personally going to be watching for. Now, between now and, so say, midnight Wednesday, maybe half an inch of rain, and then the heaviest rain is still slated to arrive late Thursday and into your Friday morning. Notice widespread areas of 2 to 3 inches, locally higher amounts at least, with the European here. So let's throw on what the GFS has, and you can see slightly lower totals, but you may be noticing, hey, what's going on up north? Why are there lower rainfall totals? That's because of how it's evolving some of the severe weather across the southeast. Again, a little bit more severe weather, stronger storms would likely cut down on rainfall totals on the northern part of that system. So that's something, again, to keep in the back of your mind going forward. Hey, yeah, it's going to rain quite a bit, but where exactly is that? Again, European and GFS, not terribly far apart. I mean, yeah, Euro is a little, or GFS is a little higher down here to the south, so that's something we're going to have to watch for over the next couple of days, see how everything evolves. But it's one of those things where it's like, all right, let's hurry up and wait, and that's kind of what we're going to be doing. Now, looking at the 500 millibar forecast here, there's this massive dip in the jet stream. That's why we're looking at all of this. You can also see some of the more intense upward motion over the top of us as we head into your Thursday nights. I mean, anytime you start to see some of those blacks show up and then juxtaposed next to some of those reds, it indicates a volatile atmosphere. It means there's going to be a lot of lift up through here. So that's why we have the heavier rain in the forecast Thursday nights into your Friday morning. So that's something we will watch for. And then as we talk about things elsewhere, we're going to be looking at a little bit of energy coming in from the west here, and that's going to lead to the chance for maybe a little bit of snow as we talk about things later in the day on Saturday and into your Sunday. So that could give us a chance for a rain-snow mix in this period here, and that's why we're going to be looking at that. So yeah, winter weather lovers, that your time is later in the day on Saturday. So that's kind of what we're looking at. It's why we're going to continue to forecast a threat for heavier rain, but really it kind of depends on what happens across the southeast. And also, yeah, I mean, winter weather lovers, maybe a little bit of snow, a rain-snow mix Saturday afternoon and evening. So something for a little bit of everything. And oh yeah, temperatures plummeting throughout the day on Wednesdays. So lots to digest here. Biggest takeaways: dropping temperatures Wednesday, threat for heavier rain Thursday night, Friday morning. Kind of really depends on what happens in the southeast though. And then yeah, an outside chance at some rain and snow over the weekend.